I think the vegan community can be very, very scary and harsh. Some people are almost violent, and I don't like that. I started it because I was lonely. When you're alone and you're creative, you like come up with stuff. Part of the reason I'm so successful now is because I didn't have anything to lose back then. I was depressed for 6 years. And you feel like you can't get out of it. I am the youngest in every room I walk into, and I feel like I'm running out of time. When I was like 12 maybe, my dream was to move to LA. I was destined to be here, I think.
Mayan Moss, welcome to the Provecho podcast.
Thank you for having me.
We're so excited to have you here. Oh my gosh.
I'm so excited to be here.
Second podcast, new office studio. At just 21 years old, Mayan, also known as It's Vegan Sis, has become one of the most well-known vegan chefs on social media. With over 1 million followers on Instagram and hundreds of millions of views, today we're going to talk about how Mayan got started and where she's going next. For anyone who doesn't know you, what are some dishes that they might recognize you from?
I think definitely my stuffed onions.
Yeah.
They've gone viral so many times. But also just lettuce wraps, anything like wraps, rice paper, vegetables, tofu.
Yeah.
Like you've probably seen my videos.
Yeah, I actually 2 days ago we made your onion dolmas.
Really?
We made them with you, or I helped you on the trip.
Yeah, you did.
So I got to see the behind the scenes. I was like, oh, I think I could do this. But yeah, we made them the other night and they were so good.
I'm so happy to do that.
And it was like such a good meal prep thing too, because you make the whole pan of it.
Yeah.
So we just have been eating it for lunch, and I still have more for dinner tonight. So
you're lucky.
Yeah. I know, I was gonna bring you some, and then I was like, wait, no, I put ground turkey in it.
Oh, you're out. Okay. It's okay.
So my bad. Okay, I'm curious. Like, so you're 21 years old, which is crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I feel 21, but also I don't feel 21 because everyone around me is like much older.
Yeah.
Especially in the food space. I feel like it's like I am the youngest in every room I walk into.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool for me, but also can be weird because then I feel like I need to be like do better and you know, like achieve more, even though I'm just 21 and I feel like I'm running out of time when actually I have so much more time to do like whatever I want. So yeah, it is kind of different, I feel like.
Are you shocked that you're here, like living in America, full-time food creator at 21 years old, or did you knew that was going to happen?
Honestly, when I started, I didn't have like any expectations whatsoever.
Yeah.
I definitely didn't think I'm gonna move to California one day and be in LA and work and live my life here. But the crazy thing is, when I was like 12, maybe 13, I had this like dream. Like my dream was to move to LA and like do something there. I didn't really know what. I thought I was gonna open up like a bakery or something like that. Because at the time I was like selling stuff. I used to sell cakes and cookies and stuff like that.
Whoa. Wait, when you were 13?
It was probably like I started with a dream at 12, 13.
Okay.
And then I used to play basketball. So that was my entire life, like 6 years. And then I got injured and I had to quit. So then like baking took over. So I started baking and cooking and doing more of that. And then at like 14, 15, I started selling in my small town. And then like the dream, instead of being a basketball player in LA, maybe it became like having a bakery in LA.
Wow.
But it was such a distant dream, like being so far away from that it kind of like lost meaning, and I kind of gave up. I didn't even give up. It was like, it's like too big to be true, you know? So I even forgot about it for a few years, I think. And then I had the realization when I came here, like after a few months, I realized, wait, that was actually my dream, and I forgot it was my dream, and now I'm here.
There's something on another level that just led you here.
That's it's like I was destined to be here, I think.
Wow.
You know? Yeah.
That's crazy. Who influenced you to start baking? Like, was it a parent, or was it just you all were always into it? Like,
honestly, I think my grandma played a huge role in that, and my love for cooking and baking. Um, she's 88 now.
Oh my gosh.
Like my mom, there are 7 siblings. My mom is the youngest,
Whoa.
and yeah, and we live like next door to my grandma.
Wow.
So she was kind of my second mom in a way. Like me and my twin brother, we like grew up at their house and spent like our entire childhood there in the backyard with her cooking, and every Friday we used to come early in the morning, and she used to have like this huge bowl filled with couscous, and like the fluffiest couscous you've ever tasted.
Oh my gosh.
And like she had soup on the stove and a cheesecake ready, like fresh from the oven, like super hot.
Wow.
And that was like Friday morning for us. So that kind of like I grew up into it, you know. I don't remember the first time I even like experienced it. It was just like
It's just
my
always.
life. Yeah.
Dang.
And I have pictures of me and my brother with like diapers on. It was like even less than a year old, like on the counter with like flour and making khalas, you know. It's like, who does that, you know? But like
Yeah.
we're like babies, and I feel like my entire life it just like I cooked and baked, and it kind of became everything for me at
Yeah.
some point, you know.
Is your brother a good cook?
He doesn't really cook at all. Like he can make, I don't know, like an omelet or a sandwich, you know.
I mean, omelet's pretty good
Yeah.
compared to the average 21-year-old male, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, I guess so. I mean, I think if he tried, he could be pretty good. Because just like he's good at everything he does. So
Yeah.
if he tried, yeah, for sure.
Were you guys competitive?
In a way, yeah. I think because we both took like very similar routes in our life. And also growing up with a twin, you become very similar in like your interests. You either become really close or really like you don't get along, you know. And
Yeah.
I think as kids, we were like best friends. So whatever he did, I did. So he started playing basketball, I played basketball.
Dang.
And then he started surfing, so I started surfing.
Yeah.
And it didn't work with the cooking because he didn't cook. But I think, yeah, a lot of things we were competitive in a healthy way, maybe.
Yeah.
But I am glad we're not like he's a guy and I'm a girl, because
Yeah.
that gives like some kind of separation, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys still pretty close?
Now we're closer than ever, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I think we need to like grow up and
Yeah.
do different things and be really separate to like come back and
realize
find
how much
ways to
Dang. That's awesome.
yeah.
So you started out as like a baker, would you say then? Or a bit of everything?
More as a baker.
Yeah.
Like I always liked making my own meals, I think, because I like my food a certain way.
Yeah.
But I definitely started baking more, and I like even in like 5th grade I made my own birthday cake, and every like holiday I used to bake and cook, and like even school, like end of school year I would like bake like something and bring to the whole class, you know. So I started baking more because I really like I'm a perfectionist, so I like everything very specific, in like very specific ways, and like if it's not the way I want it, then it's wrong and it's not good.
Yeah.
You know. So and baking is very much like that if you take it seriously.
Right.
And I think I just enjoyed. I don't know if I enjoyed the process, just more the outcome. You know, knowing I did all of that to get to like a perfect result.
Right.
So that's baking for me. And then I started selling, and I liked getting better, you know, like seeing the results, getting better every time.
Right.
Yeah.
When you were like in 5th grade baking these cakes, how are you coming up with what to do? Like, was your grandma teaching you? Were you looking at books or videos or everything?
I did have a lot of cookbooks growing up, and I loved just like going through them and looking at the pictures and everything. And I think at that point when I started, I had this one specific cookbook that was specifically cakes, and I used to just like take inspiration from there. And I was young, so social media wasn't really a thing.
Right.
And I took a lot of inspiration from there, and then kind of like Instagram started, and TikTok wasn't a thing yet, but Instagram and Pinterest and stuff like that. So I used to like scroll a lot and like save all kinds of videos and pictures and like save that in a specific folder for my birthday, you know, stuff like that. And I still do it to this day. But yeah, I used to take a lot of inspiration there. And also just like, you know, it changed from what I liked. And I think my style and what I like and don't like changed a lot throughout the years.
Right.
For sure.
And yeah, when you started doing that stuff, did you know like, okay, I definitely want to have a career in this? Or were you thinking, I want to be a basketball player or, you know, a lawyer or something else? Like,
it's funny because like when I always baked and stuff, but I saw it more as like a hobby than anything because I was deep into basketball. Like I started playing in 4th grade and I stopped when I was, I think, in 8th grade. So it was like a good chunk of time.
Yeah.
Like just playing. Maybe even 3rd grade. 3rd grade, I think I started playing. So yeah, it was like my dream was to become like a basketball player in the WNBA. You know, that was like my dream. But first of all, I'm short, so it's never gonna happen. It was never meant to be. But yeah, I think I was good for my age, and I always tried to like be the best at everything I did, and I'm still like that. Like if I'm not the best, it's not worth it. So I always try to become the best. Like in my eyes, you know, I don't want to be average, even though being average, I feel like can be nice sometimes, just like take things easy. So I do try to like have more hobbies right now. I'm not trying to be perfect at, but it is hard for me. But I didn't really like, I started selling at some point my cakes, my cookies and stuff. So then I thought of it more as a career, not in like a big girl job, you know, like just like as a for now. And then when I realized that I don't like the anxiety around selling to people and like seeing them buy something from you, it was like too much for me as a like 15, 16-year-old.
Yeah.
So I stopped, and then I started like posting more of the process to my Instagram, and then I realized I kind of like this, you know, I kind of like posting. So then I realized, wait, I have my page for my cakes and stuff, but I'm not selling anymore, so I should start something new. And then I realized, wait, I'm vegan. I'm like, I like food, I like cooking, I like baking. And I think a lot of people can benefit from seeing what I do, because I think it can be hard sometimes with like specific dietary restrictions to like make food. So people like either don't go into it from the first place and just like buy things, or they don't become vegan, or don't, you know, I'm also gluten free, so it's like a hard combination. So then I thought, wait, I can like start a new Instagram page, start over, just start sharing more and seeing how people react. And I didn't think anything of it, really. I just like I posted to post, and I had fun doing it. And I was still like, I think I started my like It's Vegan Sis. I even remember when I came up with the name, I was like walking down the hallway, and like I remember, okay, this is the
in the hallway, like in school?
No, in my house.
Okay.
Like just like, yeah, in my house. And I was like, wait, it's either gonna be like Vegan Bay or something like that, or it's Vegan Sis, like Vegan Sis.
Yeah.
But the Vegan Sis username was taken, so it became It's Vegan Sis.
Wow.
So that's how it happened. Because I think like having like, I wish I had a vegan friend growing up, you know, like a vegan friend that can help me, and like we can cook together or stuff like that, and like share the love for food, or just like share recipes and stuff. So it made a lot of sense to me. But yeah, then I think it was, I was in 11th grade, in between 11th and 12th grade. It was the summer of 2021, July.
Oh my gosh. How old were you?
I was still 16.
What?
I was like 2 months later, I turned 17, but then I opened my Instagram page, and I mean, the rest is kind of history now. Like, who thought?
That's crazy.
Yeah, that it kind of is crazy.
Yeah, I have a bunch of questions about like how you just actually started out, but before that, we haven't even touched on like how long have you been vegan for? Like what led you to that, things like that?
Yeah. So I grew up with a vegetarian mom, and we never had meat in the house ever, which kind of made going like vegetarian super easy for me, because I never used to like eat meat. I never tried steak. I never tried most fishes. Like the only things I had as a child were outside of the house, and it was like schnitzel, like hot dogs, and like that's basically it. So I never really had anything, or like canned tuna. That's it.
Did you
So
like them?
I think, yeah. I mean, I think most vegans don't go vegan because of the flavor or texture.
Yeah.
You know, it's like we're not disgusted by the flavor,
Right.
because, I mean, it does taste good. Like, people like it. That's the main reason most people won't go vegan. It's because they like
Yeah.
the taste of it. So I think that makes a lot of sense. Like, schnitzel is basically, you taste the breadcrumbs, you
Yeah,
taste
it's just-
the oil.
it's really
and-
good.
Yeah, I mean, it's just crispy. That's what you taste. You taste crispy bread, basically, you know? So I think I did like it, but at some point when I was 9.5, I realized, wait, I'm eating animals. I don't like this. I don't want to eat them ever again. And the decision was pretty easy. Like, I never thought of it as something super complicated or scary or hard. It was pretty natural, honestly.
What caused that realization? Like
I think just becoming a human, you know,
just like growing up or whatever.
just like having a conscience, you know,
Yeah.
and realizing, wait, I don't, because I never really had meat anyway, you know. It was just like super basic stuff that I could find like non-animal based products for, like a replacement. And I just realized I don't want to do it anymore, and like there is no reason for me to keep eating the, like, here and there, like eating the schnitzel here and there, you know. It doesn't make sense for me anymore. And I think I would have probably did it earlier if it was more talked about, but I think because it was so natural for me to like eat meat only at restaurants and stuff, and my dad is not vegetarian, he does like meat, and he didn't really like the idea of me and my brother maybe becoming vegetarian too. Like, he wanted us to be like normal, you know. And my mom, I think she would have pushed more towards it, but I kind of like the fact that they didn't really talk about it and let us decide.
Yeah.
And now I'm vegan now, and my brother isn't. Like, he eats meat and everything. But my little sister, she's almost 16. She's vegetarian too now. So
Wow.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But then, so I kept, like, I was vegetarian. I know most people go vegetarian or vegan after watching these like horror films
Yeah,
about the
yeah.
industry and stuff, and I never watched them. Like,
Really?
I never watched them.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it wasn't even like I didn't need to see like the horrors to decide I don't want to do it. Just
Yeah.
like knowing I'm eating an animal right now was a terrifying thought, you know.
Right.
I also like never really liked milk too much, and eggs are kind of, you know, like they're good, but they weren't like, it wasn't critical for me. And since I didn't really eat cheese and milk anyway, it was only eggs. I decided when I just turned 12, and I decided, wait, why not be vegan? I'm almost there, basically. Let's
Right.
go vegan. Why not? You know?
Right.
I mean, because I think people talk about only like the way they kill the animals as like horrible and scary and terrifying and stuff like that. But like, cows need to be impregnated in order to have milk, and it's also horrible. And like the chickens, even like when you buy like organic and stuff, like you never know what's happening to those chickens. You don't know the cages they're in. And I went into like a chicken coop, like a real one that was like from the better ones, you know, not like the tiny cages and stuff. And you still see the chickens, like they never see the light of day. They're like living in horrible conditions. And I feel like if more people knew that and like saw the suffering with their own eyes, they would have definitely made some other choices. I'm not saying everyone, but I am saying some people really care and can't separate, like many people just separate the two things. They can say I love animals and still eat animals, and it doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
And I will never understand that. But that's why I try to like share more vegan recipes that aren't like category, like it doesn't like scream vegan.
Right.
Because then I think a lot of people just like look away and not want to see it anymore, like scroll. And that's not my goal. My goal is to like find a way to make everyone listen and try new things without even realizing it's vegan.
Yeah, no, it's honestly a really good point. Like, I think they call it cognitive dissonance of like, okay, I can go to the supermarket and get a packet of ground beef and it's nothing to me. Like, it's just, oh, I'm just getting beef.
Yeah.
But to think, oh my gosh, imagine if I were to like slaughter a cow right now and then put it through a meat grinder, you know, do all the process, like even go to a slaughterhouse, like, that's something I just don't even register every single day, every single week that I'm going and I'm eating meat. And it's like, you have to take a step back and realize kind of what's going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So yeah, very impressive that you like had that awareness at 9 or 12 or, you know.
So I think we all have that, but most of us choose to ignore it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And get used to like ignoring it and not thinking about it ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, did you have any role models that were vegan or like anyone else in your family or in your town, or it was?
It was mostly my mom, like being a vegetarian, and we both went vegan at the same time.
Oh, okay, she did it too.
Yeah, but she's like less strict than I am. I'm like very strict and she's not, which I respect. Like, I think the more you do it, the better.
Right.
And I'm not here to judge anyone. I'm here to like try to like, I think the vegan community can be very, very scary and harsh and like almost like some people are almost violent, and I don't think I don't like that.
Yeah.
I think there's another way to do it and a better way to do it, and that's what I'm trying to do. To like be more accepting, and even if you decide I'm gonna be vegan one day a week, that's still way better than not doing it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But other than that, I don't think I really had any. None of my friends were vegan. I think I had like a few vegetarian ones, but it was never like an issue. But yeah, I wish there were like more, but I don't really see it. Like now more than ever, I think some huge names are vegan.
Who are some of the big people who are vegan?
I know Billie Eilish is vegan. Lewis Hamilton.
That sounds like someone.
Lizzo is vegan.
Oh.
Lizzo is vegan.
Thanks.
Yeah, there are some big names out there. Yeah, for sure. I wish there were more. You know.
What's like the hardest thing about being vegan?
Going out to restaurants when you're not in LA or New York.
Yeah.
You know, the big hubs. Like, it is kind of hard to find stuff to eat, and usually it's a salad or something like that wasn't even like that's naturally vegan or something, you know, like pasta that doesn't have eggs, but it's like a tomato pasta, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like that kind of stuff. But also I'm gluten free, so I can't really find anything to eat anywhere. So that's like a hard combination. But I think just like finding stuff to eat and I think a lot of people find it really hard to get enough protein as vegans, which I think it's valid, it's okay, like I get it, but as someone who just started training and can get like easily 130 grams of protein a day, I think everyone can do it. I just think they need to be taught or like more educated about the right protein sources, how you can like build the right meals for you. But I think a lot of people find it really hard, and I think it's just about knowing how to shop. It's at grocery stores, because many people don't know how to shop,
right?
And they end up just ordering groceries or just ordering just like from restaurant and stuff.
Well, when did you become gluten free?
So I think I was like maybe 15. I just remember going like on the way back home from school on the school bus, just every like bump in the road, I couldn't breathe. Like my stomach used to hurt bad. And I didn't get it because I eat super clean. I don't eat out ever, and I never used to. And I would eat like super simple, clean ingredients that I knew exactly what was in the food. And then I realized, wait, something is off because I'm suffering so much. Like I can't breathe. I used to like lay on a like a yoga bowl, you know, like the big bowls, just like lay on my stomach and not move because I couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
And then I realized I might have something like going on right now, and I realized it was gluten. So I stopped eating gluten and like just cut it out. I'm very good at like making a decision and just going with it and cutting something out of my life completely. And like now I don't eat gluten at all. But I think it's also, I think a lot of people don't know this, but gluten is very inflammatory. And when you have inflammation in the body, like it definitely shows in it. It can show in a bunch of different ways. For me, it was like stomach aches and stuff like that. But it can be all sorts of things like headaches, like everything basically. And if you're sensitive, like you might not find out. So you definitely have to like get checked and stuff. But I also have Hashimoto's, which is like a thyroid issue. And it's basically it lays on the same thing, basically. So I have Hashimoto's, so my body is like more even prone to inflammation and stuff. Like it's like hormonal, it's a hormonal issue. And gluten is like very inflammatory. So it's like when I eat gluten, I feel horrible, like tired, stomach aches, nauseous, like all that kind of stuff. And I don't think everyone who has Hashimoto's needs to be gluten free, but I think they need to like make sure, because it's definitely, it can definitely make your life better. Just like avoid it at all. And even if you don't have like something specific, I think a lot of people can benefit from like checking themselves and making sure gluten is still good for them, or just like eating maybe a bit less of it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So were you like, did you figure this out on your own, or did you like go, see a specialist or something?
I had like, for Hashimoto's, you need to get checked every 6 months, something like that. You need to make sure your levels are good, because if not, like your whole body is just like thrown off and you can feel it. And for me, I found out about Hashimoto's because I used to be like extremely tired. Extremely tired is like, I was, I think, in 5th grade when we found out. And I used to be nauseous all the time, have like the most horrible headaches and stomach aches.
Gosh.
And my grandma has it. And I think another aunt I have, like she has it too. So it's like, it runs in the family. So we found out about it. Like I went and got checked and everything. And now I'm taking like a pill every morning, and I have to keep doing it for the rest of my life probably. But yeah, it's all with doctors. I never do stuff on my own, unless it's like small things, but like, I mean, you can stop eating gluten and you'll be fine. Like it doesn't hurt you to stop eating gluten.
Probably be healthier.
Probably healthier. but I think in general it's good to like use some professional advice in everything you do.
What was that like, getting diagnosed, at that age?
I think I do remember like being scared. Like, what do you mean I need to take a pill for the rest of my life every morning and I can't miss it? Like, nothing's gonna happen if I miss one pill, but it's something I need to do for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And that was scary because as a young girl, like everything that's permanent is scary,
Yeah.
So that was kind of the initial reaction. But then when I started taking the pill and I started feeling better and my life was suddenly so much better, it suddenly became like, okay, well, yeah, I have it. It's not the end of the world. Like it's fine. I'm taking care of my body, taking care of myself. And I think just like, I didn't even think about it until now, but I think being aware of what I have and realizing, wait, there are certain foods I can't eat and I shouldn't eat because of the Hashimoto's and my thyroid, like cruciferous vegetables, and limit soy consumption close to when taking the pill and stuff like that. So it made me much more aware of what I'm eating and my body and how my body reacts to certain things, which I think made me focus a lot more on food in general and made me dive deeper into food and how my body reacts and how I cook like specific foods. And I think just like doing it on a daily basis really helps me even to this day, just like be more aware of the nutrients and stuff and how I want to feed my body and what makes me feel good. And I think it really helps me today. I think I even want to maybe study nutrition one day, because I think more than just the flavor, it's really important to eat right for your body type, what you want, like your goals, and what makes you feel good. And I think what I do in a lot of the recipes I cook and post, they're healthy and healthy for me specifically, but I think just there are a lot of vegetables, a lot of not a lot of processed foods in there. And I think I also want to promote that when I post, you know.
Does your audience know that you have Hashimoto's?
You know what? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Honestly. There is so much I want to say, but I end up saying so little, which I kind of hate, to be honest, because I think I can help so much more I can help so many people and say what I've learned and my experiences. But I think I think in general, cancel culture is like really scary right now. You can say one bad thing and you're canceled and you're done. And I think that's really scary for me, the creator.
Right.
That's my whole job, basically, in my whole life. And also I always think, wait, my goal is to reach as many people as possible. So I want to go viral as many times as possible. So we're talking about my Hashimoto go viral. Maybe not, probably not. I mean, unless I do it in a specific way that is like very eye-catching or, I don't know, interesting or something like that. So I end up just doing what works and not necessarily what I want to do. So that's a big thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I do think I don't know. I think everything that you do just can go viral because you just understand hooks so well and everything else. But there's probably a lot of people that are, 15 all around the world realizing, oh shoot, I have this disease, and we could probably, I don't know, you're already doing so much, but I'm sure if they knew, oh, I could just go to all of It's Vegan Sis's recipes, and then it'll automatically, be good for this.
Yeah. I think I do want to make it more of a priority at some point.
Yeah.
Maybe I always say when I'm older, but I don't know what that means really. It's just, I think there is the right time for everything. And when the time is right, I will do it probably and talk about everything. Because I think as a 21-year-old, you don't expect me to go through a lot or have a life story and stuff like that. But I think I did go through some stuff that brought me to where I am right now. And I think I will share it at some point, to help other people.
Yeah. No, I think it's very very powerful. So
thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I do want to learn a bit about inside your brain when you made your first video. And to bring us back there, I actually went deep into the archives and found one of your first videos, and I want to watch it with you.
Okay. It's
going to be a cathartic experience.
Yeah.
Okay, do you remember this one?
I do.
From July 29th, 2021.
Wow, that was super, super new.
It's honestly pretty good.
Honestly, yeah, not bad at all.
I've seen
not embarrassing.
Much worse. Okay, that's good.
I'm not embarrassed.
How long did this take you? Do you remember
I can
what was it like?
Yeah, I think it took me probably 30 minutes, now not even close to what it takes me now. But yeah, it was pretty much what I used to eat, it was very common for me to make this.
Mm-hmm.
What was it, chocolate cake, fudge cake, something.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Mug cake. Yeah. Yeah, like a microwave. Yeah. It was very like trendy at the time,
Yeah.
using, what was it? Oat flour and stuff like that. Mug cakes were like the thing. And I think I like this kind of food. Like I started with oatmeal bowls and yogurt bowls and stuff like that because I used to eat that. And I remember just like it was on my bed. I think I used to like put stuff on my bed.
Yeah, I didn't even notice. It's like a unique pattern.
Yeah, like I put like all kinds of like blankets and stuff on my bed because through my window there used to be like the best sunlight ever in the mornings. So I used to wake up, get ready, and like quickly put something on my bed and just like film on the bed.
So you would cook on your bed?
This was, I think I think might have been on my desk, which I put basically on the bed almost, just to have like a flat surface, but only pictures of like yogurt bowls and stuff like that it was on my bed.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Dang.
So I did start from my my bedroom. I did start from my bedroom, and I just wanted to share. I don't think I ever imagined where it would go, and like it took me some time to like I did take it very seriously from the start. Like I used to post every single day for like a year.
Wow.
Every single day, and I wouldn't miss a day. And I took it very seriously from the beginning, and yeah, it was very serious for me, even though I didn't really see a future with it. I think everything I do, I take very seriously.
Yeah.
So that was one of them. Yeah, I think I just had fun doing it also.
How long did it take for like your first viral video?
That's interesting. I think it took like a few months, maybe like 6 months to a year, maybe.
Okay.
Something like that. I remember having my first viral video, and I remember going to class and everyone like saying, whoa.
They all saw?
They all saw it and like said, whoa, like congratulations, it's crazy. And I think that video had like over 1 million views, and like everyone in class,
oh my God,
suddenly paid attention and like noticed me. And I remember it was weird because you always hear about people and fame and how people change their behavior towards you when you're famous, and I believed it, but I experienced it for the first time ever.
Yeah.
Then it's funny because I had someone in my grade. It's like we were like 200 people in the grade, so like everyone knows everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And we were together since 7th grade, so it was like 6 years we're all together. We all know each other. Close. And there was like one kid who is like, he's still like doing like social media and stuff, and he was the influencer, and then I started, and suddenly I became the influencer.
Yeah.
And I gained like so many followers and stuff, and I remember like being treated differently and being noticed more, because I didn't really have, like, I had a group of friends, but it wasn't, I wasn't really part of the group. I feel like I had like 1 or 2 close friends, and the rest I was just there, and I also didn't really show up to class at all of 12th grade. I didn't go to school, so it was very weird. It was a weird experience. And then I don't know, people like kids in my class who never spoke to me only said, whoa, that's crazy and stuff like that, and it felt weird.
Yeah. Did it feel like good or like bad? Like,
I mean, I liked the fact that my work is being recognized, and I get like it's a compliment. It's nice.
mm-hmm.
But then it kind of made me sad in a way to realize, like, you never talked to me, and we're in the same class for like 3 years. You never talked to me, and now you're friendly and nice.
Gosh.
And it's nice because I did like it, but kind of, it was an interesting experience. And I remember like graduating and being in a very different place than I was when I started the year,
Yeah.
So yeah, I think just like having a twin brother, it's like a different experience in general, like being twins in the same grade. It's different, And then I graduated. I remember having like 30,000 followers when I graduated high school. And that was also something, I was because I don't think anyone noticed me until then. I was there, just like kind of like, I don't think anyone really noticed me. But then when I graduated, now everyone knows who I am, you know? Yeah, and my whole like area where I live and stuff, everyone knows me now,
Right.
and it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh, yeah, it's very two-sided thing to like.
Yeah. I mean, I started it because I was lonely. I had, like, I never, like, I had one friend maybe that I met up with, like, after school and stuff here and there, but since stopping basketball, like not playing basketball anymore, all of my friends from basketball, they weren't really my friends anymore.
Right.
So then I was just like alone, and when you're alone and you're creative, you like come up with stuff. Like I used to like paint on basketball shoes.
Wow.
And like stuff like I did everything creative.
Yeah.
So that's how I landed with this, you know, just being lonely and bored and having a lot of free time.
Yeah, my dad, I can't remember the exact phrase, but he always says like boredom is the blank for creative. Boredom is like the boredom is the instigator of creativity. Yeah. And yeah, did you have like in school before, did you have like a thing or it was just kind of, I don't know, did you feel like you were almost in the shadow of your brother or?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I started a new school in 7th grade, and I still played basketball and I was good. I was the captain of the team.
Wow.
And stuff, and I even forgot about it. My mom reminded me like a few years ago. I kind of like blocked it all out. Like I didn't remember anything. I was good. I think I was maybe too good, or like my coach liked me too much. And I don't know how much I want to put this on the internet, all this stuff. I'm not sure it's a good idea, honestly, but just like one thing led to another, and I ended up only having one friend when I quit, and she's the only one from my team who stayed with me and stuck with me. And like my other two friends just like decided to never talk to me. Like I talked to them and they would like ignore me. I was air.
Yeah.
And and they're in the same class as me for the next year and a half. And I remember like it happened in one day. Like I was their best friend and then I wasn't. And I remember being in 8th grade and like being alone, completely alone, like having one friend with another group of friends who I'm not part of and feeling like I'm alone. And the thing is, having a brother, he was very popular. So all of the guys were his friends and all of the girls wanted to be his friend, you know, like they wanted to be with him. So I didn't really have a lot of options. And then I ended up being alone for like the rest of the year. And then I kind of became friends with 2 other girls who were kind of friends with me only during school, and they used to meet up after school, usually without me. Like I met up with them maybe twice after school. And then I moved to a new class and kind of the same thing. Like I had one friend not in my class, another friend in my class, but they used to meet up afternoon all the time, and I was not invited. So that was kind of like a thing. Like I think a pattern, honestly. And I was very good at school. I was very quiet. No one noticed me. So and it's funny. It's a funny story, but when all of this happened, and I was like when everyone stopped talking to me, my grades counselor, she didn't notice anything, and my teacher didn't notice anything, and it just kept going and going and going. I think I ended up just very depressed and everything. And it's funny because now the same counselor from 8th grade is my therapist now.
Whoa.
So and we've been together for like 2 years. She's been my therapist for like at least 2 years, not more. And I'm so glad I found her. But she knew me back then, but no one noticed. I was very quiet.
Yeah.
And a very good student, so no one noticed anything happening. But that was like the experience I had from school, basically.
Yeah.
Like not a very good one.
And it's such a tough age. Like you're so, I think like 8th grade, 9th grade, you're so impressionable and you're so, you know, aware of everything that's happening and like self-conscious of everything that's going on with you. And like,
Yeah.
I feel like it's very easy to get into this spiral where it's just like,
Yeah.
it's like you feel like people don't want to hang out, and then you just kind of stay to yourself more. And
Yeah. I mean, I think just I could not understand what happened because I know I didn't do anything. I know I'm not a bad person. I also know I'm very aware of myself. I've always been aware of what I do and who I am and my actions and everything I do. I'm aware of it. Like, so I just couldn't understand why on earth would you stop talking to me. And then when I became depressed, I wasn't even aware I'm depressed. Like I didn't even know I was depressed until like 4 years later when I'm still depressed, you know? So that's kind of it's like, it shaped me for sure. Like I've become an adult very quickly because I was on my own. And I think I've always been more mature and stuff. And I think the combination of being very mature for my age and being good at what I do and like being successful kind of made people not necessarily like me.
It's like it's like hard to relate to. Like most those kids just want to do whatever dumb shit. And
I know, like fuck around. Yeah, I know that. But I was like kind of like a mirror for a lot of people. And I think I can understand why like it wasn't fun to see the bad things you do, or like feeling bad about yourself because someone else is doing better, or like stuff like that. But it's a very lonely experience.
This is like the real shit that I think everyone goes through in some capacity, and it's just very brave of you to be talking about this and talking about it in a second language too. And I
always wanted to share my story and stuff, but it never felt right. I think it never felt right, and it's also like I want to give it like the space it deserves, because like I'm also like, when I say this stuff, I know people are gonna judge it in some way. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. It's gonna be judged, and I wasn't ready to be judged yet, I think.
Was it scary for you posting like your first few videos? Like, were you afraid people were going to, I don't know, like say mean things or whatever else? Like,
so I think part of the reason I'm so successful now is because I didn't have anything to lose back then. So I had no fears at all. Like for a few years, I did whatever I wanted in a way that I just didn't care what's going to happen. Which is part of depression, but you can take it to a good place or a bad place. And I'm glad I had the outlet, which was cooking and posting, to like make something good out of it, and making decisions that can be seen as crazy or like wild or like too big for a 16, 17 or 20-year-old, you know? And because I didn't have anything to lose, I did it, and I wasn't scared. Like I didn't think about how it's gonna be perceived or like anything like that, because I figured, like, why not, you know? What's gonna happen? What's the worst that can happen? I mean, like the worst that can happen in life is die, and if you don't care about that, then nothing matters, you know what I mean? So I just do it.
It's very heavy.
I'm sorry, we like got way deeper than I thought.
I think social media needs more of this, just like the actual real stuff. And I don't know, I know it always feels like, okay, who's going to care about my story or whatever, but people relate to people relate to real people, and like everyone has this real stuff that they're going through. And I think if anything, it would just make people like see you as, you know, Mayan. You
did good.
I did it okay. Not as just It's Vegan Sis, you know, the food creator. So what was your family's response when you started making these videos?
It started so naturally, and like it was kind of like going from selling to posting this like the stuff I used to sell to like posting this, and it was kind of a natural path. And it, like they knew I was good at what I did, and they liked my cooking and making. Like they used to eat everything. I would like make a video or something and cook something, and I would put it in the fridge, and I would come back a few hours later and it was gone. And no crumbs left even, you know? So I think they supported me always, like with everything I did ever, like in basketball or school or this, always super supportive, never judgmental, or like they never put me down, or like they trust, I think they trust my judgment and they trust my abilities, and it's made me feel like I can do everything, I think. Like I never had any limits to, and I still don't have any limits. Like I think I can do everything I want to. You know? Yeah, so it was pretty cool. And then when I started doing good and like getting more followers and stuff, now my entire family, and I have a huge family, so now everyone follows me, everyone knows like what I do, and they see every video, and every time I see anyone from my family, and I'm talking like hundreds of people, because like I have a huge family, and my dad's side of the family, like they pretty much know everyone, like they know second, third, fourth cousins even, like they're all in contact. So it's pretty cool, and it's nice to see like it's nice to be appreciated and seen in general, just being seen, you know, by people.
Are you close with your parents?
I am. Now I think more than ever. I think moving out and like finding my way back to them, and like very close. We talk like almost every day.
Was it hard to make the decision to move to the US and California?
Honestly, not really.
I guess it was your dream.
At some point it was my dream, and I remember it actually happened. It was kind of funny. Like I remember hitting like a certain like point when I was like, I feel like I'm stuck where I am. Like I feel like I can do so much more, and I'm stuck. And I used to tell my parents, I need to move, and it was like kind of became like routine, like saying I need to move. And then one day we sat on the porch. It was morning, like we had breakfast or something on the porch, and they said, okay, then do it. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And then I booked a flight. I think it was April when he had the conversation, and we said, let's do it. And I booked a flight to June of 2024. 2 months later.
So how old are you now?
I was 19. And I booked the flight. I went here. I booked a flight for 2 weeks. I was here for 2 weeks. I stayed with my dad's cousin for like a week. And then I came to Santa Monica and stayed in a hotel for another week. And when I landed, I knew, I was like, damn, I need to move here. And it sucks because it's hard. It's going to be hard. But I know this is the place where I need to be. And I remember just having the realization, fuck, I need to move. And so I moved, and then I met with a few people here. Like before I came here, I said, like posted a story, I'm coming to Los Angeles, like anyone wants to collab, like hit me up. And then Sivan Kobe, Sivan's Kitchen, she was one of the first people who reached out and said, let's do it.
Wow.
And I didn't really know who she was at the time, but she looked nice and like a good person. And so I did a video with her, and it was like, she was shocked by the level of like perfectionism I had. Like it was crazy. We spent hours making a summer roll. Because my summer roll went super viral with like, 39 million views now. And we made the summer roll, and I think our chemistry was really good, and we got along really well. And she invited me for Shabbat when I was here still, I think, pretty sure, or the next time I came. But yeah, and then she pretty much took me into the family, and now I'm kind of like, they're like my LA family. That's what I call them. And I do Shabbat with them every week, and they made moving so much easier because I know I have someone I can trust here, and that's gonna be like, they're like my parents now, like my second parents, you know. And I know if I need anything, I have them.
Yeah.
and they helped me find my place where I live right now. So that made moving so much easier. So September of 2024, I moved. It was like 3 months after I was here. I just turned 20, like 2 weeks before that. And yeah, I think the decision was easy, like, but practically moving is always hard, especially when it's across the world and so far away from like everyone you know and everything you know.
It's amazing how she just like really took you under her wing, and like you were like living with her, right? Or like
I never lived with her, but
like right nearby or something.
yeah, the place where I live right now still, it's like I'm neighbors with their like family.
Okay.
So and she's like, my landlord is family with my neighbors whose family with them. It's like somehow connected.
Wow.
I'm just really glad I have them and that they help me. They help me a lot.
Was anything hard about moving to the US? Like,
One of the hardest things for me was saying goodbye to everyone I know, but specifically my grandma. She's like one of my favorite people in this world, and I'm like, she has like 20 grandkids or something, and I've always been the closest one from everyone, and like everyone knows in the family, I'm the grandchild, like I'm with her.
Yeah.
I used to like go every day and sit with her because I love her, and because I know she's not gonna be here for a long time, and I think just saying goodbye to her, I was really scared I'm gonna come back and she's not gonna be here anymore. And I was still like, I kind of try not to think about it, but I was really, really, really scared I'm never gonna see her again, and that like freaked me out.
Yeah.
Like saying goodbye to my parents was hard, but like I know I can FaceTime them and I can talk to them.
Yeah.
But my grandma is like, she's everything to me, and
It's all
yeah, I'm sorry.
It's so sweet.
Yeah, no, I love her so much, and she's like, every time I come there, I go to her every day to make sure I take whatever I can get, like, you know.
Yeah.
I never want to regret not being with her enough or not doing it right. And I remember that's funny. When I was 12, she has Alzheimer's, so, and she was like, it was getting really bad. Now she's so much better because she's balanced and medicated and everything.
Wow.
But still, she like it progresses no matter what you do. But then it was really, really bad. Like she, Alzheimer's. So I was really scared. Like since I was 12, I've been like saying goodbye to her every day, because I always thought tomorrow is gonna be the day, you know.
Yeah.
One of the things that brought us all together as a family was having like huge family meals. That doesn't happen a lot, but holidays and stuff like that. And it's always her food, you know, and now it's not anymore. But then I took it upon myself to make a cookbook of her recipes.
Wow.
And learning to make the recipes she used to make, just to like know that someone in the family knows how to make the things she made.
Yeah.
So now I make, like, I veganized everything, but it still tastes the same, and
Wow.
So I made a cookbook with everything, and I try to write down whatever she could tell me, but it's always put this, a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but it doesn't make any sense, and most of the recipes don't make any sense because she wasn't clear.
Right.
But since then it's been a while. We actually made a cookbook and everyone has a copy.
Oh my gosh.
And that's my first cookbook.
Yeah.
But and yeah, and now for her birthday every year I make sure to be there, and I think this year I'm also gonna go back. And I always make fricassee, which is basically like a Tunisian fried sandwich with like a salad and everything, and I think I perfected the recipe. And now every time there's her birthday and everyone comes, like I make fricassee and like all the stuff she used to make basically. And yeah, I don't know how we got there, but yeah. How you said what was the hardest part? Like, yeah, that was one of the hardest part, and it's always hard. I say, like, she breaks my heart more than anyone in the world, like, truly. I remember last time I made fricassee, I told her, like, I went to her and told her, like, I'm making fricassee, like, like, get ready, it's gonna happen, like, I'm gonna bring it to you soon. And she told me, and she's 88, like, there's no cooking, like, she doesn't cook anymore.
Yeah.
But she told me, wait, I'm gonna come help you, and that like broke my heart. I went home. Sorry, I tapped the mic, but I went home and I cried my eyes out because, like, I don't know, I love her so much, basically.
So is she like, my parents don't even understand social media. Does she grasp what you're doing, and like, does she see your videos, or?
I tried explaining a few times. I truly don't know if it registered, you know. I tried and I showed her a few times. Like, I made fricassee a few times. So like I showed her a video of the fricassee, and I know when she gets it, and she got it, and she was like, that looks so good. And I was so happy to hear that. Like, knowing she saw my work.
Yeah.
And knowing she eats what I cook sometimes, like, it brings me so much joy, you know. It's like I'm so lucky, you know. Because I have older cousins, so they're like 40, and I'm one of the youngest because my mom is the youngest of the kids. But I think I did my best, and I still do my best to really just like use this time and like make the most of it in her, and like, yeah. Can't believe I made you cry.
It's like one of the purest forms of love, almost, you know, like with your grandparents. Cool.
Now I'm gonna cry. No, because it is. It really is. Like, because when I felt like I had no one, I had her. Always. That's like the thing. When I was really struggling, and I felt like like, no one cares, no one, you know, like that. And I know it's not true, but that's the feeling I had.
Yeah.
And then I went to her and I hugged her, and everything is good, you know.
Yeah.
And I know she loves me always, and nothing can change that. So, yeah.
That's so awesome. So special.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to talk just a little bit about like the actual day-to-day of being a cooking creator, and like, I guess, do you have now, you know, as full-time 21-year-old in LA, like, what's sort of your schedule look like?
I like to wake up pretty early. It's not really early. I know people wake up way earlier, but like 7:30 is a good time. Like, seeing the sun, you know. So I wake up. I usually go to the gym. It's kind of new for me. I started working out in January, and I've been like, I'm deep into it now. So now I go like almost every day just to like be out of the house early. Helps me so much.
Yes.
As a cooking creator, you work from home and you're alone most of the time, and I live alone also. So there are times, like, if I don't call my parents, I'm not gonna speak to anyone.
Yeah.
You know? So that's like really important, and just like moving my body, feeling good, and then I come back. And usually I eat lunch, and then if I'm there early enough in the gym, I can come back and cook something and film it before lunch, like, and make it be my lunch.
Yeah.
But usually I take a lot of time to get ready. So I usually come back home, eat lunch, and then I either go and edit videos, and I do everything on my phone. So
Wow.
I film on my phone, I edit on my phone, I post from my phone. So it's all on my phone, which is kind of convenient because, like, I can edit everywhere.
Right.
On the Uber here, I edit it. So,
wow.
You know, it's like a good use of my time. So I either do that, or I film something, or if I don't film something, I usually like try to come up with new ideas. I feel like some people take it very like serious in the way that it's like a job, you know, but I think of it more of like, it's very creative for me. Like, I see every video I do, it's like a work of art almost, and I know it's not for everyone, but I feel like it is for me, and I take it seriously in that way. So it goes a lot based on vibes and stuff, and how I feel about a certain recipe that day, you know.
Yeah.
So if I feel like I have like an idea and I need to do it now, then I'm gonna buy groceries and I'm gonna start cooking, and it might take me all day and it might take me like an hour, but it doesn't matter because I'm gonna do it now. And sometimes I just like, I don't have the creativity to do it, so I edit something instead.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, that's how. And after that, it's like dinner, and I usually do my voiceovers pretty late, which explains a lot. I feel like nothing makes sense from what I say there. Um, and then, yeah, like sometimes I work until 2 in the morning because I do a lot of stuff, and the next day I can do almost like get nothing done. It's like very much like that. Like it like everything looks the same. Like every day looks pretty much the same, but what I do and what I get done is very different.
Do you work on the weekends?
I do. I work whenever, Like if I have plans on the weekend, I'm probably not gonna work, but I don't always have plans, and sometimes I have plans midweek, so I'm not gonna work during the week. Like it's very different. I used to work every single day and post a lot more, and now I do less, but I feel like I'm more in my head. So I feel like I'm always working in some ways, because I always try to come up with a new idea, and I feel like I need to like reinvent myself every single time, and it's very tiring.
Do you think that's good?
I don't know, to be honest. I don't know if it's good or not. I feel like sometimes I wish I had like a normal 9 to 5 and I can clock out and be free.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm never free from my own thoughts. So that's kind of hard, to be honest. And I also think because I'm alone a lot, then I'm alone with my thoughts a lot. So that's like even worse. You know? So that's pretty hard usually. Because like if I'm in a good space and like I feel like I'm doing good, then it's awesome. Because like I'm in my head, but in a good way, and I feel productive, and I do so much. But when I'm not, it can be like very overwhelming and can feel like too much,
Yeah.
So I just want to throw away my phone and like peace and quiet, like just pretend it never happened. But yeah, but I like my job, so.
How's your mental health today?
It's weird because I was depressed for 6 years. So, and it was all like very crucial years in development and stuff. And I almost didn't know how it was like being not depressed. Like I didn't know how living life felt like normally, and I forgot what it's like to be not even happy, just like not depressed. And because when you're depressed, nothing is fun. You can do the most fun thing in the world, and you're just like, it's even worse because you know you're supposed to enjoy it, and you're not enjoying anything, and it's so hard, and it makes you even more depressed because everything is so, just like everything is too much. It's like everything is great, no matter what you do. Nothing has like life has no color at all. Like you feel like. And you feel like you can't get out of it. That's like the main thing. Because if I knew one day I'm not going to be depressed anymore, then like maybe I would have been not depressed sooner, But like 6 years is a long time. And I just didn't know what it's like. And then I think once I wasn't anymore, and I just like, I remember going to like a coffee shop and just like enjoying going to a coffee shop. And I realized after, wait, that was kind of fun. It was nice. And I don't remember feeling nice,
Yeah.
And that was kind of crazy. It was here because I was depressed from like 14 to 20 around that, or like 13 to 19. And I remember coming here and small things were kind of nice and fun and like pops of color,
Yeah.
And Provecho has something to do with it because I remember 3 months after I came here, after I moved, it was December, I think, and we went to Joshua Tree,
Yeah, to Palm Springs.
We went to Palm Springs, and I remember like it wasn't perfect. Nothing is perfect, but I remember having overall like a good time, and I enjoyed stuff. And I was so scared to go. I swear I almost like texted you, I'm not coming.
Oh my gosh.
I was so scared because also like I before I moved here, I lived alone for a year back in my, like, in the same area where I lived, like, with my parents. They built us, like, a place outside for me, like a unit. So I was used to being alone, and it really scared me to be with people, especially people I don't know. And I thought no one likes me because I didn't have any friends, and I was really scared. But then I decided to go and meeting new people in the same industry, which never happened to me before because I wasn't close to any cooking creator back home, and I met them, and they're all nice, and I met you and everyone, and it was super fun. And then like that gave me like kind of hope that wait, it's like possible, like I can feel good, I can have fun even with people who don't know me, like people who don't know me can like me, you know what I mean? And that was kind of the start of my new life that involves feeling everything bad and good, and you know, and that's where I am right now. I feel like I am still like learning what it's like to like experience everything, because it's like it is fragile, you know, like it sometimes feel like a very like fine line between being good and being depressed, you know, because that's like the default, like going back to it. So I need to like keep reminding myself of my life, like what I have now and what I've been through, and that I'm good now, and that I can be sad for a day and it's okay, you know, and it doesn't mean I need to dive back into it, you know.
Yeah.
So now I'm good, but you know, it changes, but I'm definitely not depressed anymore.
That's crazy. I had no idea you were going through that
Yeah,
during that trip, and like,
I think that's my life story. You know, no one knows, based on, because I am quiet. I'm quieter, and I look like everything is fine. You know.
yeah,
But
yeah, you're very
there's-
put together on the outside, but
yeah, that's why people never noticed. Because I know some people when they're depressed, like they don't shower, brush their teeth, and stuff like that, like simple things. But I was very like I always looked put together. It made me feel better.
Right.
So I always kept and did that. Yeah, there are so many people who go through so much and you never see it because they don't show it.
yeah.
But that's like part of life, I think, and just like noticing more.
Do you have like, I don't know, this is so hard, but do you have any advice for someone who like is going through that, of like how to get through it and get to like the point of being able to enjoy going to coffee shops and things like that? Like, is there anything in your mind that switched? Or
I know when you're depressed, it's like everything feels like life or death in a way. But to like know that even when you feel like no one likes you, no one loves you, there are definitely people who love you and like you, and like find one thing that you can hang on to, you know, like grab one thing, like find one thing to keep you waking up every morning with like a mission, like a goal, something. I think that was posting for me, like knowing I have one thing I'm gonna do tomorrow is gonna film a video and post it, or like do something, you know, and even like find a routine that is reliable and that, I don't know, like I think for me just that kept me going. Even when I was like my most depressed, I still knew I can't give up now because I have something to do and people trust me and they're looking forward to my content, and I have to keep posting. I have to wake up tomorrow morning and it doesn't matter, I need to do it. So that kept me going and going and going, and just like to not give up, because I swear I didn't believe I'm gonna get out of it. I never thought I would. Like I thought that was just like my life now, and I think, and I didn't feel like I did it with no belief in me. So if you can believe, that's awesome. If not, just keep going, because like your mind plays tricks with you, and it lies sometimes, and it definitely lied with me. And just like ignore it. Try to like keep living anyways, and one day you'll do something and you're gonna notice, oh wait, that was fun. And then once you feel that one thing, then you can keep looking for more and more and more and more. And once like you start seeing more colors, then suddenly like you keep looking for them and you find it. When you look for the small things, you can find it because you notice things that maybe other people won't notice, but when you notice it, it makes you feel good, and then you want more of it. And I think once you start living like that, it will just at some point just get out of it. I think there's no easy way to do it. I think going to a therapist definitely helped. And I've been going for a few years every week. So that definitely helps. Like talking to someone. If you can talk to anyone in your life, find someone else. I think it's just like important to not give up on yourself, you know?
Yeah, it's really, really well said. One of the things that I've always loved about your videos is just like how perfectly aesthetic they are. Like everything, the light and the background and the way it matches the music. And I guess we've talked about how much of a perfectionist you are, but how did you learn to get like the whole composition the way it is?
It's my style and what I like to see other people do. And I think watching so many videos when I was younger and kind of starting to know what my style is and what I like to see, and then trying to recreate it in the way that feels most natural and true to me, and also just experimenting. I think when I started, it was very aesthetic, but it was very simple. So it was like even just pictures. It wasn't reels just started. So I used to like post a picture, a reel, 2 pictures, a reel. So it like looked like there are 2 pictures in both sides of the grid and reels all in the center. And then Instagram like kept pushing more and more reels. So then I realized, okay, let's stop with the pictures. Let's do only reels. And then I realized, wait, it's like too simple right now. Like people are doing more than that. So I should start doing more. So I started like, it kind of happened very slowly. It started from like very simple recipes to like actually showing the process and everything and all the components and showing myself more, because I never used to show myself. And I think it's like part of that. It's kind of funny because it connects to everything, but just like being seen was scary, being seen in general as a person, as a human being. But then when I kind of like showed myself like in bites maybe, or at the end of the video or like something like that. And then I was like, okay, it's okay. I like people see me, that's fine. And then just like starting to like figure out what I like more. And I moved from my bedroom to filming outside in the sun. It was like 90 degrees, 100 degrees outside. I was sweating. I was just going out outside all the time because I was sweating so much. I need to like wipe myself with like a towel or something. I was sweating so much. And like running from the kitchen outside and inside, outside. And then like moving to a different place, my own place. And like I actually planned the whole house around my filming. So I planned where the windows are gonna be and where the light is gonna be and how the background is gonna be and like the counter and the tiles and everything, just so it fits my video.
Right.
And then I realized even more like how important it is and like lighting and stuff like that. But it was all natural light.
Yeah.
Which is like, in my opinion, still the prettiest and still the hardest to do, because you need to like rely on sunlight, and that's so hard, and it brought me so much anxiety to my life, and I was already anxious, so that was so much. And I used to like freak out and try to like make something fast, and I think it did teach me a lot about lighting in general and like angles of light, because natural light can be very harsh sometimes depending on the time of day. If you film around noon, the light is super harsh and the shadows are super harsh too, and it can be even like the colors look sometimes dull almost compared to the shadows and stuff. So then I realized, wait, I'm either gonna do really early in the morning or like before sunset.
Yeah.
And that's like more natural and soft, and that was nice too. But then when I moved to my place here, I have no sunlight at all, like ever. Whoa. My house is super dark, which is not great. But then I realized, wait, okay, I need to like restart, because I never used any lighting whatsoever in my videos ever. And then I realized, okay, I'm here now. There is no other way to do it, and I need to get a light, like artificial lighting. And that was a whole.
Your videos today, you use a light?
I used only a light.
Whoa, I didn't even realize that.
Exactly the goal.
Yeah, that's crazy, because I knew you used to like shoot outside and everything. Dang. Wait, so what lights do you have? Or you just have one light?
One light. I close all the blinds in my house, so it's completely dark. Mm-hmm. And there's one light only that I put in a specific angle at all times.
Yeah.
And just stays there. and that's the only light I use. And that, I think, working with natural light for so long taught me how to use artificial light in the way that like it makes people think I still use natural light. And people ask me all the time, what do I do? And it's always just one light.
What angle do you have it on, and how do you deal with like shadows and stuff from it?
So I do think people try to like avoid shadows, but natural light, you have shadows.
Yeah.
And I like that. And I like the natural look of it, because everything has shadows. It's life,
Right.
And I think I use it in a way that makes the food look as natural as possible, and like a human being will look at their plate and they will see the shadow. So I put it almost like if I'm standing here and my counter is here, I put it almost at a 45-degree angle to me. So it does cover most of the food, because my tripod is also here, very close to where the lighting is. So then most of it is covered. Like most of it, you can see the light of most of it, and still there's a bit of shadow here, but that's okay. And that's how I see it. And I play with how strong, or if I need less strong, and usually when I put it on, when you can see my body or my face, I usually lower the brightness a bit, just to make a softer look. Because usually with food, you want the colors to pop more. But when it's on you, you want to look natural and not see every small dot on your face, So that's what I do.
And then, I'm curious about like the business side of things. Do you work with anyone?
I do have a manager right now. I used to do everything on my own for years and years and years. But when I moved here, I decided I want to, first of all, it takes so much time to like go over emails and do outreach to brands and stuff like that. And it was too much for me. And someone was always in my head and stuff like that. It's so hard for me to actually answer emails even today. It's like I'm so bad at responding to emails and texts. So now I have my manager. She goes over my emails and stuff, outreach with brands, brand deals and stuff like that. That's all her. But other than that, I work alone.
If you had a pie of all of your earnings as a creator, like what's that look like?
It really depends on the month, I think, and time of year in general. Because I think brands like to start the year really strong and end the year really strong, because they have if they have money left from investors and stuff like that, and they can use it for whatever tax or whatever, or just like because they have the money, they're gonna really put all the money in the beginning and end, because the end they're gonna use everything that they have left. So like November and December is really strong sometimes, but usually I have like one of the biggest reliable sources of income I have is Provecho. And that's actually one of the biggest reasons I felt comfortable moving here to Los Angeles, because I knew, okay, I'm on my own, and my job is not stable whatsoever. But I know I have Provecho as a reliable source of income that every month, if I keep posting, which I'm gonna do, then I have money coming in, and I can pay rent and utilities and groceries and everything. So that made me and my parents okay, we can breathe now, and it's fine, and I'm gonna be fine. And it obviously grew throughout the year and years, and now I think I have Provecho. That's like one of the biggest ones that are like every month it like keeps growing, and also I have a few other brands I work with every month consistently. But that's, it's nice. It's more money, but I don't rely on it. And I think right now Provecho is the only brand, if you can call it a brand, or like company I can rely on. And I know that it only depends on the amount of work I do. So sometimes you can have a great month and get millions of views, and still no brands will reach out to you. But I know with Provecho, it does correlate. Like the more you do, the more you get. And I think that's awesome. And it is also great because on a good month, like if I have a good month, then okay, I have Provecho, that's awesome. And then I have a bonus of another brand deal or two, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Are you able to share like roughly kind of how much you've been able to make through Provecho?
Yeah. So I don't remember what it was when I started. I know when I moved here, it was around 4 or 5 thousand a month, and it was still big at the time. But I think my audience got used to it, like the way, like the funnel, you know, like they know to click the link in my bio and go to my Provecho and look for the recipe. But now I make between, I think, 8 to 9 thousand a month, which is awesome.
Wow. That's
It's
crazy.
like that's
More than I make.
oh, sheesh. I know, but it is great because first of all, life is so expensive right now,
Yeah.
and I also want to build my brand and my I'm building my life right now, and I need the extra money always, and it's never goes to waste. It's always like building more and more and more, and it allows me to be creative because
Yeah.
when I'm relaxed and know that I have money coming in and I can fund myself and my life and groceries and stuff like that, I know I can be creative and I can experiment even more, you know?
Do you have any advice for other, creators who are just starting on Provecho and like how you can get to, this being a major source of income for you faster?
When I commit to something, I commit to it. So I think for me, it makes the most sense to, if I go with Provecho, then I go with Provecho and I don't put my recipes anywhere else. Unless it's like a cookbook or something, that's different. But posting your recipes only on Provecho and not like in the caption or TikTok or Instagram and stuff like that, only on Provecho, I think really helped, because when you give people the options to not pay money, they're not gonna pay the money, and I mean it makes sense, but I think your work has value, and if you give it for free, then what's the value here? Like, how can you work a full-time job without getting paid? I mean, I don't get it. And if people are gonna get mad, that's okay also. And I think realizing that I'm in charge of my own life, and people can say whatever they want, and it's still my life and my choice, and they can choose to go look for other recipes in other places. But if they want my recipes, then that's how it's gonna be. Like, realizing it and being in peace with the fact that not everyone is gonna like it, made me go full on like with Provecho, and I think that was honestly, when people ask me, whenever like a creator reaches out to me, I say Provecho is one of the best decisions I made, because I think I wouldn't be able to move to LA, and I wouldn't be able to do what I do now if I didn't say yes to the emails, I didn't agree to it. So I think, Provecho, I think, is one of the best things I did.
Dang.
Yeah.
That obviously is just so heartwarming to hear.
No, I mean, it is awesome. Like, I think more people need to realize it.
Was it hard for you to come to that decision of like, okay, I'm not going to post my recipes for free?
Yes, I think it started with the fact that I wanted to start my own blog and see how it goes. And because I think, many people have blogs nowadays, but that's exactly the issue. So many people have blogs. How are you going to get yours up there? No one is going to see it. And the work it took to make the blog look somewhat presentable and look kind of good and not even good enough was so much work. And writing every recipe took so much energy that I didn't have, and time that I didn't have. So the blog thing, I didn't love it, not at all. And I don't think you can make good money with blogging unless you're huge. And becoming huge in blogging means there's, first of all, time, and probably starting 10 years ago, no time. Yeah. So that's kind of impossible. And I just didn't like it, and I didn't like the ads, and they're annoying. They're annoying when I try looking for a recipe online. They're annoying. I don't like them. And scrolling for hours and reading life stories that I honestly don't really care about, or I just wanted the recipe, doesn't make sense to me. And then when Kayvon reached out a few times, I ignored it at first. I'm not gonna lie. Like I do with most things in life. I ignored it first. I was, you know what? I'm gonna give it a chance. Because even if I have a blog, I need to give up on writing the recipes if I want to make money. So it was either continuing with my blog, which didn't make any sense and was too much work, or going with Roberto, which was less work, more money. So like, you know, when I put it like that, it made a lot more sense.
How much money was your blog making?
I think nothing. I didn't even like go with it for long enough to start seeing the money.
And did you think about like doing a Substack or a Patreon or something else?
No, honestly, no. I think having like a huge platform, they didn't really even reach out to me personally. So it was like, do I want to join TikTok? I mean, sure, I want to join TikTok, but like, am I gonna have a personal connection with TikTok? No. So like that was like what set Roberto apart than like anyone else. And I think Substack also didn't make sense to me. It just the style of people with like cooks who are on there. I think they like to write more maybe, and that's not really my style. And having a newsletter is like not my thing. And Patreon, I don't know. Like I think the thing about blogging, I would have probably kept doing it if I had someone with a personal connection like helping me out, you know? And I didn't have that. And that's what I like about Rachel, that everything is organized for me. And it's very much like a platform and very organized and everything, like you would see on probably Substack and Patreon and stuff. But I still have that personal connection when I can ask, and I can ask you, like, can you add that? Can you do that? What do I do here? You know, and that's the difference, I think, and what made this decision, I think, way easier.
It's really good to hear.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you've seen it go, you know, the entire platform as, you know, didn't exist when we first met you. So.
Yeah, which is very cool.
Yeah. If you could start, if you're back in 11th grade and could do it all over again, is there anything you think you'd do differently?
Honestly, no. I think, first of all, I believe everything happens for a reason. I mean, maybe small things, no, but like the big picture, I think everything happens for a reason. I think I only put out work I believe in, and I take responsibility for everything that's happened and everything I did and will do. And I think we all make mistakes, and I can regret one thing I said, but I still think it happened for reasons. I learned something from the experience in general. And I do think I for like a 16-year-old, I think I made pretty good choices when I started, and like committing to it full time and doing it like in a way that a lot of people can relate, and making it like more international, so like more people can see it. And I think, yeah, I'm overall very proud of what I did, and I think the path I took was the right one.
Who's a dream person you'd want to cook with?
Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg.
Yes.
I think that's a perfect answer. She can cook and he can
make you laugh.
Yeah.
Or high.
Okay.
Do you have like a last meal?
A crisp watermelon, like a fresh crisp, you know, like the heart of the watermelon. Yeah. It's like oh yeah, that. And I think honestly probably something I wouldn't eat usually, which is like my grandma's couscous if I could. I think couscous, and for dessert, just like crisp watermelon.
Yeah.
I can die happy, you know.
What's your least favorite food?
I mean, meat and any kind of yeah. And I don't like tomatoes. I'm trying to like them more. And when I chop them really fine, like in Shirazi salad, when I chop them really fine and like put enough flavor, or like cherry tomatoes, it's fine. And I'm trying to like them more.
Do you have a favorite restaurant?
One of the best restaurants I went to, some of them are in New York, I think maybe the Basque or something. Anything Guy Vaknin does, spot on. And here in LA, I think Crossroads Kitchen, so good. Just everything was like that vodka pasta, I think, and chicken parm or something. Oh my God, so good. Yeah.
That's the podcast. I mean, wow, this was all of the emotions. It was inspiring. It was heartfelt. We all cried. Gosh, I didn't expect that. This was
Yeah.
it was really, really good. Yeah, you crushed it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It was
Wow.
fun.
I'm just excited for so many different kinds of people to see this, and I think it's gonna be able to help a lot of different people.
I hope so. I really hope like the right people see it.
Yeah.
Like whoever needs to see it, sees it. That's like the goal, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, should we get some lunch?
Let's go.